Hey, Saggies. Happy birthday. I'm here to do your yearly spread. I'm going to break it up into 4 quarters or 4 seasons. I was going to do it right around everybody's birthday, but do a solar year, but people would have to wait almost a year for those readings. So I'm just going to try and do them all. They're going to be for 2019. Okay, so this is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. If it doesn't resonate, make sure you watch your other signs. This is also, good for cross watchers. How you doing? So, calling in guides, calling in angels, calling in anyone from the highest good that has a message to come forward for Sagittarius. This is first quarter Sagittarius, wintertime. Whoop. All right. So, bottom of the deck, 7 of Pentacles in reverse. So, something, and here's another indication of that too. Something that we've been trying really hard to manifest, isn't freaking happening. It's taking forever, and it's not coming the way that it should. And I think that whatever we're trying to manifest here is really, 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 really important to Sagittarius. It brings out the best in them, and Saggies are having a hard time, being patient, waiting for that to come, because when you have perfect love and perfect trust when you manifest, but then when it doesn't come around, you're like, what in the actual F is happening right now? Why am I still waiting for this? And I think the reason is because there's some sneaky stuff happening in Saggie's life, and they know about it. They know. But they allow it to go on because I think that maybe the person that's doing the sneaky behavior is part of what is going to help the manifestation come along. So I don't know if it has to do with finances, or I heard the word freedom. Maybe you have kids with the person and you can't go and do your girls' night because if you were to leave that person, then you wouldn't have a sitter. I don't know. I don't mean, it's not shallow. Whatever it is, it's important to Sagittarius, and everybody's different and has their own ideas of what's important to them. But whatever they're trying to manifest, it's taking for freaking ever. And I think the problem here is because Spirit is like, this is not good for you. There's so much betrayal around you all the time. You need to move away from that, and then we'll balance you out. There might also be a Libra involved, or a Libra in your chart. But see, this is what we're having problems waiting, because someone's not making, someone's juggling about whether or not they're going to do something. Possibly waiting around to see whether or not they're going to break your heart. Right? Holy cannoli. But this is so strange, because this is a very clear indication of Spirit being like, excuse me, you're around someone that manipulates you. But why is it that you want it so bad? And it's probably because they have something to offer. Or, that age-old narcissist empath relationship where you're like, they'll change. I know they'll change. I can feel it. But they don't change. The only person that changes is the empath. And they stop trusting people, and they get damaged, and I'm dropping cards left and right. See? Whoa, the Magician in reverse twice. This Saggie really wants to see the best in this relationship, but they're completely blinded by the sun, because whoever they're around is a first-class manipulator. And so I think the reason the Spirit is like, have patience, is because it might not be true that everything you want is dependent on this person, who might be a water sign. And even though you have this clarity, this ultimate clarity, this understanding that there is a love-hate relationship going on here, you're still defending it. Still defending it. Still trying to work on it. But working on it in vain. You know, if it sincerely is an empath narcissistic relationship, you're the only one working on it. You know, this dude's cup is empty. Like, it's even depicted as being empty. There's nothing in that cup. And there's some kind of manipulation happening. Stuff that's going on behind the scenes that you don't know about. Or if you do, you're pretending that you don't know. What's the Seven of Swords? Yeah, so somebody's soulmate is a tool. Straight up. Somebody is married to just a Weisenheimer to the max. You have kids together, you know, and they don't give a shit. They're going to go out and do whatever they want to do and then lie to you about it right to your face, and lie to you so hardcore that not only they make you believe it, but they believe it themselves. What does that sound like to you? Like a narcissist? It's called gaslighting, friends. And right here we have, you know, the Chariot, like leave. Because this cup is empty. Like, learn the lesson already. Make the decision. Stop being up here like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't want my heart to be broken. I don't want to be single. Because, friends, you already are single. You're alone in a room full of people. Because this person, this magician in reverse twice, is making sure of that. They go out, you stay home. They get to tell you about their day. They don't care about your day. Wouldn't it be better to be alone in silence than alone with that voice in your head? You know, it's not what you asked for. This is not wishes granted. This is 9 empty cups that's mocking you that you have cups that are not allowed to be filled up. It's just mean. So why is justice here? Yeah, because you know better. Like, this is the scales of justice coming in, like, end this shit right now. Just slam down the gavel. Stop defending it. Stop trying to work on it. Just let it go. And make the decision here to have this new start. Do the thing. Do it. And, you know, there's bound to be much better things on the other side. So then, moving into spring. So, you know, we have the scales of justice that come down, but that is usually the start of it. You know, that's like the final straw. All right, Spirit. So then what happens in the spring, please? Spring for Sagittarius. Oh, my goodness. These cards are hard to hold on to. Spring for Sagittarius, please. Yeah. That's good news. Bottom of the deck, 5 of Earth. Okay, first and foremost, let's talk about the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay? And underneath that, you have the 9 of Pentacles. This is getting over not wanting to be alone. This is like getting to the place where you're like, you know what? Why don't you go ahead and throw me out in the cold? I bet you there's somebody else out there who has a jacket for me. You know? And it's kind of standing up for yourself. And the 9 of Pentacles is about being okay with being, you know, single. Now, the 2 of Cups being clarified by the 10 of Cups in reverse, that's like, you know, that's the realization that this union that you're in. And so in the what was that, the winter time, you get the justice. The scales come back and it's like, look, this is the final straw. But when the final straw happens, all of the cups get dumped over. Which, let's be real, they were empty anyways. But now we realize it, and that stings. But I think that in the springtime, Saggie is going to come up with like somebody else. Maybe even while still in this really crappy empath narcissistic relationship. And that's why it is a new start, but maybe not quite so bright, because we do go from the 2 of Cups to 3 of Cups. But honestly, going from 2 empty cups to 3 cups, to which only 1 is full, is still better than 2 empty cups. But we're going to think about it for sure. You know, this is the going within and really making a solid decision about what's good for Sagittarius. And deciding about whether or not it's going to work. That's two 3s. Yeah. Because I think that Sagittarius is ready. Like, they have 10 full pentacles to offer. I think that there's somebody else in the picture who thinks it's their pentacles. Like, you can't offer away my pentacles. Yeah, see? Because they don't think that that's fair. It's not just. But somebody's going to come in really fast here. And so now we have 2 men, right? And that's what I was saying. I think that in the springtime that there's going to be somebody else who might be willing to give Sagittarius a chance. And this other knight who is coming in like, I'm going to cut this person because this is mine. It's possessive. It's ownership. But what's the 7 of Cups then? Yeah, so you're done with the other thing. Now it's time to look at new things, except I think that there's probably going to be a lot of trust issues. You know, there might be a fire sign coming in, but or this is Sagittarius who is like, yeah, I have all these options, but I don't trust any of them. I really don't want to receive another empty cup. But this cup isn't empty at all. Yeah. I think even if there is another person lurking around, the main thing that Sagittarius is going to be feeling in the spring is working on self-love. Maybe a Pisces is coming in. But either way, this might also be like surrendering to the moon, you know, like during moon phases. Holy shit. The Lovers and the 2 of Cups. And the 2 of Cups over here. So there's a good chance that in the spring, Sagittarius is going to find somebody new. And the good news is that you're never, ever, ever going to get into a relationship like that again. Because I think that this whole year, this whole healing time that Sagittarius has been going through has been deciding, you know, this doesn't work for me. I don't want this anymore. I need something new. And then calling in and trying to manifest someone new. But here, like, you know, right around the beginning of summer, you're like, I don't really trust anybody. I'm not really sure. But this is your next soulmate. This is, I mean, the Lovers, the 2 of Cups, and the 6 of Cups. Holy cannoli. You know. What's the fairies have for advice for the spring for Sagittarius, please? Oh, the bright mother. Yeah. This is, I mean, this is about, yeah, it's about how do I want to say this? First off, I love the little tattoo on her butt. But I think what's important to mention here is that the way in which Sagittarius is going to pull in this partner that is good for them is to by nurture themselves so hard to where they would never ever stand for this person to speak to them the way that they get spoken to anymore. This is, you know, it is loving to push someone away from you that is bad for you. And as soon as you do that, you have this amazing union coming in. Like right away. And so the fairies are like, you know, love on yourself, do you, be productive, do the things you need to do, deal with all your dailies, and just really focus on having, you know, doing good affirmations, I am manifestations, and all of these other things. And then when you're least expecting it, something, a better option is going to show up for you. And it's going to far overshadow the offer that's on the table now, which is this cycle of narcissism and empathery, whatever. All right, summer, please. Summer, summer, summertime, summertime. Summertime for Saggies. Summertime for Saggies. Yeah. So here we are in the summer with the opportunity to end it finally. Right? Clean slate. Oh, you can't see that. It's the Fool. Okay. Clean slate. New start. Here's the 10 of Cups right under that. But under that is the 3 of heartbreak. So, like we said in the spring reading, in order for Sagittarius to get what they really want, they're going to have to go through heartbreak, because when you're tied up in a karmic relationship with somebody, it feels really wrong to break up with them. And right here, there's 2 indications of you need to have caution, because if you don't let this end, it's going to happen again. So why is the Tower in reverse then? Doesn't Sagittarius let the Tower fall? What is this? There's probably kids involved. And so it's, you know, it's like, I don't know if I can practically do this. I don't know if I can be by myself without this person. And what happens to our happy home after that? You know, this is worry. This is like, if I let the Tower fall, then this and this and this is going to happen. And if I let the Tower fall, then this person and this person is going to be affected. And what do I do about that? And how do I handle all of that? And Spirit's like, you know, there's somebody else eventually, but it's not the other. It's about embodying pure love. And when you're living in pure love, that's what you get back. You know, and for right now, we're under this cloak of sadness. And that's not love, that's sadness. Right? So how are you to manifest the best things for you if you're doing it from a place of despair? So learn how to embody this like amazing like way about you. But this also could be that new person that we saw. And it's like, you know, and the Tower might not fall because you might reject them for this other person. Some of you are going to have to be strong enough to stand up to a narcissist. And I hate calling people narcissists, but it's true. See? You're gonna have to you're gonna have to say it. You're gonna have to say it out loud. You're gonna have to go to this place of self-love and then make their choice about this, because this is a brand new seed. This is a brand new time for you. But, you know, we're looking at needing caution here, because this guy is an ass. This is the second time he's come out as the Knight of Swords, who comes in cutting and swinging and like making life difficult and making everybody upset. And it's probably about money. Like he thinks that you owe him money or her money or child support or just like being a tool. And that's like stopping you. It's like almost being blocked from getting out of this relationship due to Pentacles. I do not see love here. I don't see somebody trying to keep this together because of love. What's the Queen of Cups? See? This is a choice that needs to be made. Because you keep getting betrayed over and over again. But you stay. There's no moving on. So now is the real time, because I think, see, here's the Lovers twice. You have to make a choice. The summer is going to be huge for Saggies. Because it's going to be the break of a real thing. And some of you are going to choose to stay. You know, but if you do stay, it's the same wheel. The wheel isn't going to change until you get off the wheel and get on a new wheel. So if you want to go around it again, think about all the things that you've gone through with this person and be prepared to do it again, because that's who they are. That's your guys' chemistry together. If you want different chemistry, you have to get on a different wheel. But when you do, you get the 10 of Cups. This is like Spirit, like pleading with Sagittarius, like understand that you're with a player and that in order for you to receive the love that you want to receive, you know, you're not going to see your ships come in until you release this cycle. But when you do that, you will be able to celebrate. There will be, it'll be better. But it's going to be so hard. Advice for, almost said Libra. Advice for Sagittarius for the summer, please. The Tea Lion, yeah, tidying up loose ends. This is the guy that goes around and dots all the T's and crosses all the I's. And he makes sure that everything's completed so that you don't have to go back and redo it again. That is so damn important. I mean, right? If you don't end this, so this is the Tea Lion, like, we got this all fixed up, so now we don't have to deal with this again. And just like, this is like Spirit saying, please, for the love, put a cap on this relationship, because what I'm seeing is not pretty. What I'm seeing is someone who's been abused. Like, maybe not physically, but at least mentally and emotionally. And they keep getting stuck on this whirligig with this person who I believe takes joy in swirling them around. And the reason they probably take joy in it is because if they weren't focusing on you, trying to make you miserable, they would have to deal with the fact that they themselves are miserable. Everybody is a mirror. So however they're treating you is actually how they're feeling inside of their head. And that's, you know, sometimes that can be a hard pill to swallow if we're not nice to people, but for some of us, that's happening to us. So, all right, last quarter, please. Fourth quarter for Sagittarius. Fourth quarter, Sagittarius, please. See, you'll get over it. Once you let go, you'll get over it real fast. But then, dun, 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 you get right into a new soul contract. It's not new. It's already been determined. But as soon as you heal and let go from what goes on over the summer, the Hierophant comes back with something new for you. What's the Three of Swords, please? Yeah, there's just going to be a time right after the breakup where you're not feeling so good and all you hear in your head is, I'm not good enough and nobody's ever going to want to date me and here I am alone and did I make a bad choice? You know, being confused and like maybe the other person chose a earth sign over you. Or maybe you're just not feeling but it's like this is what you wanted. It's what you wanted to be separated. It's what you wanted to get away. But now that you are, you're like, oh my God, what do I do? I'm by myself. But you have good things coming. Because you chose to move away to calmer waters, because you got toxicity out of your life, you are now ready and available for anything that the universe can bring to you. Because you've run the end of the course with the other relationship. So the universe can't drop any more abundance on it because it's done with. Right? Yeah, but it's going to take a minute to get out of it because you're going to stay trapped in this feeling of what did I do? And confusion and did I make a wrong choice and maybe I should try to get them back. And it makes you feel unbalanced. But Spirit, I believe, has something better. I think that this is a call to persevere. Just breathe and hold on and work through those feelings, because once you do, oh my goodness, the next wheel, weren't we just talking about a new wheel? You have to get off the old wheel for a new wheel to come, because once you heal from this in the last quarter, the fall, your new wheel shows up. And it might have already been there, you know, before when you met in the spring, or it could be somebody new, you know, but this is when like the seed gets planted. Yeah, see, because you're not going to be out on the cold then. Or, so this is some of you taking back that person, in which case this is that same exact wheel, so learn the lesson. But for those of you who did learn the lesson, and this is a new set of karmic circumstances, you come back in from being out in the cold. You get away from like third-party nonsense in the Tower. Yeah, this is like averting. Okay, for some of you, very clearly, you do take them back. Which, I'm sorry. For some of you, you do take them back. But for some of you, this is like averting all of that. Here's the Magician twice. You're trying to I think that Saggie is trying to manifest something else here. But it almost doesn't come because this person comes back again. So right here, around this time next year, when this person is trying to get back in your life, maybe come back to this reading and remind yourself why you broke up in the first place. What's the Ace of Pentacles, please? Yeah, because you've got, that's Cupid. If you just hold on and you keep this person away and you walk away from being attached to them, you get your Ace of Cups. That's two aces. Ah! Yay! And the happy union, right? Damn. Do not take the old person back. This is not that. There was no cup of love from that person. It was all pentacles. It was ownership. It was possession. It was material things. This is watery, lovey-dovey, and it's practical. Yeah? And it's supposed to be like a new karmic cycle. This is someone who's going to say things to you that make you feel good, and it's going to make you want to walk toward them. Good for you, right? You deserve it. And it's only going to happen for you if you let go of the other person. Plain and simple. If you don't let go of the narcissist, they're going to continue to do that to you. It is very possible to detach from an energy vampire. You do not owe them your energy. The problem with being an empath is you're like, yeah, but I feel bad for them. I feel bad that they're an energy vampire. I feel bad that they have all these problems. But here's the thing, sweet empath, that you should remind yourself. While you're feeling all of their feelings, they are not feeling those feelings. They don't feel lonely. They don't feel at all. You know? Empaths feel, narcissists cake. Final advice for the fairies, please, for Sagittarius 2019. Oh my goodness. I just pulled this for somebody else. She of the Cruea. This is synchronicity. If you fold this card in half, it's completely symmetrical. They come together. My favorite part, though, is that if you look really closely, it's a stag. Look at my staggies all over. Right? It's about loving on yourself and coming to a place of acceptance of the nature of the relationship that you're in, understanding what it has done to you and what it could do to you as you move forward, and then giving the loving to yourself so that you can let go so that this can happen for you. Okay? Love yourself. Sagittarius, that is all I have for you for 2019. I'm on Instagram, dharmajane.8. And all the information you need for me, for readings, for other readings, anything you need to know is in the description box below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Have a good one.